Hey, Jams. Welcome back. I wanted to talk to you guys about feast and famine cycle. Someone had commented this morning asking me to talk more about it, and I wanted to do it very quickly. I didn't want to wait. Normally, I batch all my content, so I don't know if you were manifesting for me to answer you now, but child, here we are. It worked. So last year, I wrote a book called The Wealth Code: Breaking Your Feast and Famine Cycle. And I wanted to go over some of my favorite points from the workbook as I think that it would be beneficial and help other people. I did take my workbooks down because I felt like they needed to be more individually customized for people in their certain situations and beliefs. So that is why I took all of my workbooks down. I know a lot of people email me all the time. What happened to the nervous system regulation guide and the self concept workbook? And I'm like, those are a deep explanation into things. But if you're having difficulty uncovering your beliefs, then that's where, mentorship or platinum identity plan would come into play. But nonetheless, you're going to see me on my iPad kind of going over some of these, and I'll be sure to put the screenshot of which page I'm on so you can kind of follow along with me. Okay. So rewiring your money mindset was one of my favorite parts and sections of the workbook. So the feast and famine cycle is pretty much a pattern a lot of entrepreneurs and individuals kind of experience. How do I say? It's where money kind of comes in waves. And I'll put the page up there. I think I actually said that. Yes, where money seems to flow in waves, alternating between periods of abundance and scarcity. The cycle is not just about income, but also about mindset and subconscious beliefs. To break free from it, we must identify and reprogram limiting money beliefs that keep us stuck in financial instability. How subconscious beliefs shape money flow. Your financial reality is a direct reflection of your subconscious programming, AKA your limitations, your beliefs. Okay. If you grew up in an environment where money was inconsistent, stressful, or hard to come by, those beliefs often carry into adulthood. The key to shifting this is awareness and intentional programming. So, awareness is half the job. Okay. Let me get comfy because I want to have a real conversation. Awareness is half the job. When you are aware that a problem is there, we've done most of the work. So when you are aware of a belief, you can change it because now you've uncovered it. Okay. So we tend to want to do things in a linear fashion. I literally just made a TikTok about this. We want to go about things in a linear fashion. We say, I want to make $25,000 a month. So I need to go from point A, which is me not making $25,000 a month, to point B, the thing that I need, job, more clients, more whatever, to C, to making $25,000 a month. So drop point B. We're just going from A to C. I don't need to stop by B. Give a shit how I get it. I care about me getting it. Okay. When you're in a feast and famine cycle, though, you might have already reached your goal where you're already making $25,000 a month. That was me, where I was making my goal amounts. I would literally set a goal. You guys, I would be, okay, I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to make $20,000 a month. I want to make $45,000 a month. But I couldn't keep it. Your girl could manifest money like this, like clockwork, but I would not be able to keep it. Hence the feast, you get a large amount of money, and the famine, you lose it. It's a cycle. You're on this hamster wheel of bullshit that you just wish you could get off. Okay. What happens is the bills come up, unexpected expenses. Your dog gets sick, your car breaks down, something stupid where you're like, oh my God, I just spent all the money that I made. Like you guys, there was one time in particular I will never forget. I made like $3,000 in the salon in like 2 days. By the third day, all of that money was gone. All of it. And you might say, well, it went towards like my son, it went towards groceries, it went towards bills. But I had taught my nervous system that money is not safe for me. And so my nervous system is wired to keep me safe. So it pushed it away. It has to push it away. You're consciously creating with your nervous system. Okay. Your nervous system and your brain go hand in hand with your subconscious mind. So whatever you believe to be true is going to be true. So you're contradicting yourself. You're saying, well, I want money. I want abundance. But then your subconscious goes, girl, that is not safe for us to have. So it has to keep it at bay from you. Okay. So that is what a feast and famine cycle looks like. So if you have a scarcity mindset and you're making this money, it might look like the current administration is trash. Gas is high. The economy sucks. Inflation. You guys, inflation is going to happen until we ain't here no more. Get over it. Like, I'm pretty sure our grandparents thought that the house that they purchased back in 1950, 40, whatever, was expensive for them. That's not expensive for us because time changes, we evolve, we grow, whatever. And listen, two things can be true at one time, and everything is always a half truth, is what I like to say. For me, something might not be expensive, and to you, something might be expensive. Are both things true? Yes. Based on what? Our own belief about that thing. Some people might pull up to the gas pump in San Diego and think $6 is outrageous for, you know, a gallon of gas. And don't get me wrong, I think gas prices are outrageous no matter where the hell we are. But some people might be like, I'm not paying that for gas. Whereas I don't even look at it. I just go up and fill my gas tank up and get the hell on. I also love my Chevron points though. And if y'all have not downloaded, if you live in the US and you have not downloaded the Chevron app, I highly advise for you to do so. You get like $1 off the gallon, just a little tidbit of information. But a scarcity mindset is going to focus more on lack, fear, and the need to hoard money. This is another thing that I would do, hoarding money. I would get money and I would be so afraid of losing it that I was petrified to spend it. So when it came time for me to invest in my business, invest in myself, it was very difficult for me to do. I didn't want to get a Pilates membership, but I wanted to get fit. Didn't want to get all the systems in place that I have now to help my businesses run effectively and efficiently. That meant like, because I think what people don't see on the back end is even this very system that I'm recording this on costs me money per month, every month, no matter what, it comes out of my account because I have to be able to make certain edits or make it easier and smoother. So it only takes me like 10 or 15 minutes to even edit this episode and move it out. And I pay for the AI features to make a better sound and all of these things. Platinumgang.store, that costs me money every month to host. The school for the private VIP group, that costs me money every month. Even though I paused it, I still have it because I'm restructuring some things. I do want a private kind of neighborhood for you guys to come and commingle with. That costs me money every month. Gloss Genius for my clients to be able to book online or for me to check my clients out. That costs me money every month. Stripe, that is connected to Gloss Genius, that's connected to platinumgang.store. That's also connected to platinumganglifestyle.com, costs me money every month. My merch line costs me money every single month. Okay. I did not want to pay for that shit at first, but now I'm like, whatever, the money's always going to be there because I'm paying for it. Right. Like, and people are like, what do you mean by that? But because I have that money or because I have that setup, that money has to always be there to cover those setups. So there's a lot of things that go into it on the back end, even purchasing like the platinum plans. Okay, I have to have a system in place. So I pay for Google Workspace. So when you guys go and purchase those plans, I have a questionnaire that auto populates and a thing for you to sign. Y'all, I'm not sitting around here doing all this shit individually. Like, I need for this stuff to be able to run smoothly when I'm at the grocery store, if I'm on a date with my man, if I'm at my son's basketball game, if I'm in a mentorship call. It looks like, okay, I got to spend money to make money, but I would hoard it. There's so many people that reach out to me like, oh, Nisi, I wish I could afford mentorship. And they have the money for mentorship, but they're afraid to spend it because they think I have to hoard what I have now because I don't have it like that. Or that also look like me not paying my phone bill. Like, so, you guys, child, if I told you the shit that I did, I would call and make payment arrangements. I need to make a payment arrangement. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with making a payment arrangement if you really need to. But I would have the money, like, let's say my phone bill was $200 and I would have like $400. But I was like, I don't want to spend $200 because that's only going to leave me with $200. Keyword is that's only going to leave me with, meaning I had a very scarcity mindset. That's only going to leave me with an abundant mindset would say, let me just pay this $200 phone bill. I still have $200 left. I have more than enough. A scarcity mindset says, I only have $200 left. I don't have enough. Girl, you got more than enough. You would have even more than enough if you stop hoarding that damn money. Okay. A wealth mindset operates from trust, expansion, and financial ease. Your beliefs dictate your financial habits. Remember, you get who you are and not what you want. So, your habits are going to shape your personality, and your personality is going to shape your physical 3D realities. Learning to adopt a well based perspective allows money to flow to you more effortlessly. Okay. And a little journal prompt that I put in here and that I want you guys to kind of pause me and do because I want this to be more interactive and for you to really get it. And I do want to hear your feedback. So drop what you learned in the comments, please. You guys, your comments and you asking me things really help me shape better content for you, for the people who can't get mentorship or don't, they're not fully committed to it yet. It helps me make content based off of your feedback. So I always welcome the conversation and discussion. It means a lot to me. I'm very open, chill, down to earth. I'm a Capricorn. Like, this is a safe space. There's nothing you can't say. Um, Hell, tell me something. Anyways, question 1. What are my earliest memories about money and how do they shape my current beliefs? Did your parents tell you, I ain't got money for that? We got McDonald's at home. Money is hard to come by. Money don't grow on trees. Whatever. What is your earliest beliefs and memories about money? Question 2. What fears do I have around money? Are they based on truth or past experiences? Question 3. When I think about making a lot of money, do I feel excited, scared, or unworthy? Why? Okay. Question 4. What would my finances look like if I fully trusted in abundance? If I fully knew that I'm limitless, what would my finances look like? Okay. Identify a past limiting belief about money. Money is hard to earn. Reframe it. Now, this is where people fall off the wagon. They're like, well, I am covered by beliefs. What do I do with them? And I tell y'all, so please pay attention. Okay. Reframe it into an empowering belief. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Write a short affirmation that reinforces this new belief. Commit to reading it daily and practicing it in action that align with financial abundance. Understanding the feast and famine cycle and how it impacts your financial reality. Not to be confused with toxic positivity, y'all. I don't want you walking around, I'm abundant, and you got $5 and you're freaking out. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, how subconscious beliefs shape your money flow, the psychology of wealth versus scarcity, and journal prompts, identifying your money programming, and worksheet rewriting your money story. There's a little journal entry page there that I had put. Okay, so money is just responding to your energy. Everything is a cause and effect. This was really big in the workbook. People told me that they love this section the most. Money is not just a physical object, it's energy and it responds to the energy you emit. I like to think of money as a person and not a tangible object. It's like if you say, I don't want to go over there with Brittany. Brittany is annoying as fuck. She's, oh God, I just can't stand her. Brittany gets wind of you saying this about her. Do you really think that Brittany wants to be your friend anymore? No. Brittany has an absolute problem with your ass because you talking shit about her. Money is the same way, okay? If you over here like money is hard to come by, the economy is shit, I can't afford nothing. Oh my God, this is horrible. I don't want to come over there and hang out with you. You're not welcoming me. But if your nervous system has dubbed money not safe based off of your beliefs, then money got to stay away from you. Okay? It's literally a personal prejudice. If you think about it from a psychology lens, this is why I love blending psychology and quantum physics and neuroscience together through cognitive behavioral therapy. Because if you can understand why you're doing the shit that you're doing, you won't do it anymore. But it's literally a prejudice. That's like you saying, I don't want to go over Ashley house because she's black. Well, that's biased as hell. That's racist as hell. That's prejudice as hell. What does her being black got to do with her being fun or not? People who are black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, can be an asshole. Do you see where I'm going with this? So it doesn't matter if it's, pounds, dollars, yen, pesos, bitch. It's your belief. Sorry, y'all got me amped up. It's your belief around the money that's shaping it to stay away from you. If I know you're racist, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to be over there. You're placing a biased label, a prejudiced label onto money. And if you think of it like that, you can really get disgusted with yourself. Because if I was walking around here being racist, I'd be mortified. So you don't want to be walking around here with a biased opinion about money. Think of it like that, and it shifts it for you. Money is not just a physical object, it is energy, and it responds to the energy you emit. The frequency at which you vibrate determines your ability to attract or repel wealth. Okay. When you operate from a state of scarcity, fear, or desperation, money feels difficult to obtain. However, when you shift to an energy of abundance, confidence, and trust, money flows more freely into your life. The role of quantum physics and the law of assumption in wealth creation. Quantum physics suggests that everything in the universe exists as potential. Now, let me pause because this really throws people off. I think that a lot of people think that manifestation means to force an outcome. It is not. It is, I understand the realm of possibility, and I am more likely to that possibility into my physical 3D reality if I go and do and be X, Y, and Z. I am going with the flow of life, with the current. It's just like that movie Finding Nemo when the turtles are in the current. They're going with the flow, baby. They're not going against the current. Why would I want to hurt myself by going away? No, I'm going to go with it, not away from it. No matter what comes inside of that current, I'm still riding this wave. Okay? That is what life is. If I'm getting too far ahead of myself, let's focus on feast and famine. I was about to go into child love and relationships and shit. Let me stay focused. My ADHD is on overdrive. I had my mushroom coffee, so I was a little excited. Okay, this means that infinite financial, let me back up. The role of quantum physics and the law of assumption in wealth creation. Quantum physics suggests that everything in the universe exists as potential until it is observed and chosen. How do you observe and choose something? I am financially abundant. Would a financially abundant person not pay their phone bill in full? No. Would a financially abundant person go and splurge? No. And this is something that I did too. I would be like, well, if I'm financially abundant, I would go eat with my homegirls. I would go get my nails done. No, a financially abundant person makes sacrifices so they can stay financially abundant. Okay. They're not out here just spending willy nilly. It looks like that to us. We watch a reality TV, Beverly Hills Housewives. I'm a Bravo-holic, can you tell? And they're out here on boats and shit and doing whatever. And sometimes that's another conversation for another day. No, they're not. There's certain things that they're doing that is keeping them wealthy through habit and repetition of habit and behavior. Okay. You got a habit and behavior of, I'll manifest the money back. I ain't worried about it. Girl, that's what's got your ass broke now. Okay. Okay. You simply have to assume and align with the one that you desire. Okay. This means that infinite financial possibilities exist for you at any given moment. You simply have to assume and align with the one that you desire. I assume I'm going to make sales today. So if I'm assuming that I'm going to make sales today, I'm going to align with that version of me. What does that version of me look like? That version of me looks like I am making a YouTube/podcast episode right now in the middle of my day. I got done with my work a little bit sooner than I thought. Why not? I don't need to go and check my storefront and my sales and how much did I make on t-shirt sales. By the way, you can get merch at platinumganglifestyle.com/shop. This one is Wealth is a Mindset shirt. I'll show y'all the back, and it's very heavyweight, thick streetwear material and quality. I love it. Go and check that out. Shameless plug. But the law of assumption states that whatever you believe to be true becomes your reality. When you assume wealth is inevitable, your actions and subconscious programming shift to support that belief. Before, I would be nervous to plug my merch. Why would I be nervous if I am operating from the financial abundant version of me? Okay, let me get to another part that I wanted to go into because this workbook, you guys, was really lengthy. Because remember, money is just responding to you. Okay, it's always responding to whatever you are putting in and out. Okay, this one's a really good one. Creating a wealth flow system instead of a strict budget, because I do believe that budgets are limitations and not in the way that you think. Okay. Rather than budgeting based on limits, create a system that allows money to flow in and out with ease. Okay. This involves percentage based money. I'm getting far ahead of myself. So when you can divide your money up, let me back up because I'm getting excited. And y'all know I got ADHD. So sometimes my brain goes faster than my words. So let me backtrack a little bit based off of this page. When you're dividing your money up into a percentage, like 20% is going to go towards savings, 30% is going to go towards household bills, 20% is going to go towards miscellaneous, whatever. And you budget that way. That is what's going to help you. You might say, well, what's the difference? The difference is I'm not out here like penny pinching every nickel and dollar. I'm saying I made $1,000 this week. So out of that $1,000, 20% is going to go here, 30% is going to go there, 20% is going to go here, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So prosperity accounts, set up an account specifically for wealth expansion. So I have a multitude of bank accounts. Okay. I have 2 business accounts, one that I have for legal crap, whatever, all of the things that I might need, business expenses, things like that. Then I have one that is set up for the income flow. Okay. It's just income. I don't touch it, whatever. Then I have my personal checking account, the one that I spend from, the one that I pay bills from, the one that I throw money in. I ain't got no debit card to, and I just put money in there because I don't want to look at it. It's like a little savings. Okay. Then I have my savings accounts and different types of savings accounts. Like you have to behave like an abundant person. Walk around here with one bank account. Where am I going with that? Okay. Spending with gratitude instead of dreading expenses, spend them as an opportunity to circulate wealth and attract more. So when I go to my local grocery store, before I even tap my card or Apple Pay or whatever, I always say everything that I spend comes back to me times 10. And I sing it just like that because it helps me stay on track with my abundant mindset. It makes me happy. And literally, if I'm spending $200, I say everything that I spend comes back to me times 10. If I'm spending $10, if I'm spending $1,000, I don't give a damn how much it is. Everything that I spend comes back to me times 10. Okay. Once I realized that I was in a loop cycle, I was able to break that by taking charge of my life and my income. That this time it was on my terms. I was able to manifest thousands in a week to now making that within a day. Like it used to take me a week to what I make in a day sometimes. Okay. My clients have also been able to triple their income within a matter of weeks by applying everything that I am teaching you. Just decide today that you want to implement that change. Okay. And then I put like some worksheets in here to show you how to like break your money down. And I just want you guys to embody that because wealth is a state of being. It's a mindset ultimately. When you're in that feast and famine cycle, you are making that money, losing that money, making that money, losing that money. Feast, famine, high, low. Okay. You got to recognize I'm on a hamster wheel of bullshit with this money. You just on the hamster wheel, thirsty as hell, tired as hell. Well, you on the hamster wheel of bullshit, girl, because you want to get off. But awareness is half the job. Now that you're aware, you can change it. When you know better, you do better. You're doing the same thing that you've been doing, affirming, journaling, whatever, and you're still not changing because you haven't shifted your identity. If you need further help with this, you can head over to platinumgang.store and purchase a custom platinum identity plan from me. And I break this down. A little example of the platinum plans. I'll add that so you guys can kind of get like a feel of what the platinum plans are. They go very deep, very, very deep. Some people by day 2 are like, girl, I can't even believe I signed up for this. I'm like, well, you wanted transformation. But yeah, you guys can head over to platinumgang.store for those. And then I want to hear from you. So if there's something else that you guys want me to cover, I will. Just let me know and make sure that you like and share and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.